Hey everyone, Ryan here, and we are down another month in 2025. So it's time to do our monthly market update. We're going to go talk about our local Hampton Roads real estate market like we always do. We're going to go over pricing, we're going to go over inventory, all the stuff that we normally go over. And then we're going to do something a little bit different this month. We're going to take a look at how the Hampton Roads market compares to the rest of the state of Virginia. And of course, we're also going to talk about mortgage rates, and then we'll wrap it all up at the end. We're going to go through it real quick so you can go ahead and get on with your day and get informed real quick. Okay. So, what are we looking at for Hampton Roads, the 7 cities, attached and detached residential homes as far as price goes? Our median sales price is at $335,000. Some good news, that is down about 1% from February to March. So March saw a little bit of a decrease. It is still up year over year, but that's been true for a while. So prices are going up, but we did get a little bit of a break from February to March. That might change though, because we did see significant activity from February to March. We saw an increase in settled sales by 18%. So we had over 1,500 settled sales in the month of March. Our days of market decreased 15%. So the velocity of things selling increased and things were selling quicker. And then we saw a lot of new listings and a lot of inventory go active in the month of March. So up over 30% for new listings, up over 5% for active inventory. And our month supply of inventory is just above 2, so 2.3. That is down. That probably reflects the amount of sales that we saw in the month of March. So let's take a look at mortgage rates real quick. Our mortgage rates are in the upper sixes still, 6.8. So we did see a little bit of a dip in the month of March, and they are back up. Not a lot. They've been hovering around this for a while. This chart is from April 17th, but they are still around 6.8% even today. So this chart is still valid. And they are down from the highs of around 7%, a little bit over 7% in the beginning of the year. But like I said, they are up from a little bit from the month of March. We'll talk a little bit about that at the end, what we might be able to expect with rates for the rest of this year. So let's take a look at the statewide housing market. And you can see here, this chart shows us that the median home price in Virginia is $418,000. So if you remember, 335 is where we were at in Hampton Roads. And if you threw out attached homes, that would be 350,000 for your median sale home price. So no matter which way you look at it, we are significantly less than the statewide median home price. So that's good. We are still not the most expensive market. Obviously, Northern Virginia is a much more expensive place to live. Some other places in Virginia, I'm sure. And then there's some that are, of course, a lot cheaper. Another thing, as you can see, is that our median sales price has been increasing significantly over the past several years. In fact, it was statewide 335,000 where we are at today back in 2021. So don't need to tell you that. Everyone knows that things have been getting more expensive, right? If you take a look at this, you can see the distribution of where the increases are happening. I can't see any pattern here. The oranges are the counties that decreased. As you can see over here in Hampton Roads, we are not one of them, but the orange counties here are kind of randomly dispersed. No real pattern there. Don't know why some of those markets are decreasing, but overall, most of the markets are increasing at least a little bit. So this chart I thought was really interesting to show you guys because it shows you the distribution of the price ranges of units in the state of Virginia. And one thing that we don't like to see is this tall column has been getting shorter here. The $200,000 to $400,000 units has decreased year over year. If you pulled up 2023, I would bet you that it's down from that as well. So around 38% of our units were sold in this price range, and that has been getting smaller. So we are having fewer and fewer homes sell from 200,000 to 400,000 And as you might expect, the next column over has increased just a little bit, but our homes from 400 to 600,000 have increased, and every price point above that has increased as well. So we are seeing a trend of homes selling for higher price points throughout the whole state. So not really what we want to see as far as affordability goes, but that's what we're seeing right now in general throughout the state. This next chart here shows our Virginia home sales for the month of March. As you can see, 2025 here is over on the right. 7,709 homes were sold statewide in March. And if you remember, our Hampton Roads settled sales was 1,564. So that's about 20% of the statewide sales happened here in Hampton Roads. So that's pretty significant. I thought that was interesting. A fifth of all the sales in Virginia are happening here in Hampton Roads. So we are one of the more active real estate markets in the state. Okay, so what does this all mean? If we were going to break open our crystal ball and take a look in the future, what would it tell us about the local real estate market? And I'm just joking. I'm not going to tell you I don't have a crystal ball. I couldn't tell you. Obviously, there's a lot going on that is clouding up our future predictions. And we're going to have to keep an eye on a lot of things, not just real estate wise, but on the larger economy with all of the things happening. We got to keep an eye on unemployment, tariffs, how that's going to affect things, inflation. Those two are probably related, 10-year treasury bonds. So all of these things are going to influence the economy as a whole, which will trickle down and affect the real estate market as well. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on all this stuff for you, and I will let you know how they are affecting the real estate market. And we'll get more information probably towards the end of this month. We'll get some reports out. We'll start seeing the effects of some of the administration's new policies, and we'll see how that shakes things up. But the big question for you is, should I buy or should I wait? If you are thinking about buying a house, you might be thinking like, hey, there's a lot of uncertainty out there. What should I do, with my own personal situation? And I would say, despite the uncertainty, if you are in a position to buy a home, I would secure that housing now. We don't know which way it's going to go, but there's a chance it could get more expensive, right? Rates could go up. Home prices have been going up. So there's no reason to think that that trend will reverse with the shortages in housing that are going on right now. So as long as you work with the right agent and you position yourself correctly and they help you do that, you'll be able to weather the future ups and downs, and you will be flexible and you can take advantage of wherever the rates go. So if they drop lower, you could refinance and secure your position even more. And if things go up significantly, and then maybe you want to take advantage of the fast growing equity and sell that new house and buy something, smaller or something like that. Who knows? Whatever your situation is, you want to be able to make sure that you're working with the right agent who's going to make you positioned so that you're flexible no matter what is going to happen. And if you're one of those people that are waiting for, the crash or whatever, the downturn, if you wanted to call it something less inflammatory, then you're going to have to go ahead and jump on the bandwagon of the large amount of people that I've talked with that have been telling me this for the past 5 years. Crash hasn't happened yet. And if you are delaying securing your housing because of this idea, then you are one of the people that are still waiting on the sidelines and you still are not growing equity and taking advantage of all these price increases. So not saying that a crash won't happen. I had no idea, but I don't think that it's a wise idea to time the market. If now is the right time for you and your family to move and buy a house, then I would start making those moves and checking out your options. Okay. And if this isn't the right time for you, that's perfectly all right. You don't have to go out and rush out and buy a house like back in 2021 where the rates were 3%. Yeah, it was the right time for everybody back then. I get that. Those times are past. All right. So now you have to make sure that it is the right time for you, that you are in the correct position to buy a house, that you can afford it, and you aren't leveraging yourself in a time where that could really put your financial security at risk. So if it's not the right time for you, you need to do two things. You need to, one, stay informed, and two, save cash. All right. Those are the two things that you really need to do. I can help you with the first one. The second one, that's on you. But if you need some advice, I can give you some, or I can point you in the right direction of people who are even better at that than me. So that's it for today. I hope you found it informative, and thanks for watching. And I will see you next month with our next monthly update, and we'll see where we're at then. Until then, see you out there. Bye.